Welcome back to Basketball Time Machine. I'm Jason Brant. Thanks for tuning in. Today we have a special guest, Sean David.
Oh man, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I always wanted to be on your show. I think your show is the best basketball show on YouTube.
You know, I thought about having you on here, but I assumed you didn't know anything about basketball, so I figured it wasn't really worthwhile.
Okay, that's even funnier than I thought. Well, thanks for having me, Jason.
Yeah, man, it's not weird at all that I am hosting an interview on your channel with you.
So who's your favorite player of all time?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I'm probably going to be lame and say Larry Bird.
Oh, he's my second favorite player of all time. That's not lame. That's awesome.
I'm just saying lame because if you can say Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. It's like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, those are my two favorites. So yeah. I agree 100%.
You and every other child of the 80s and 90s.
Yes. Yes. So what are we talking about on this episode?
Well, I thought we were going to go into our favorite defensive stars of the NBA, but you didn't seem to want to talk about that. So I guess we will get into the Last Kumite, this little movie you're putting together.
Oh, is that the movie that we're working on? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. You may have heard of it. Sweet poster behind you there on the wall.
Yeah. So the movie with all the 80s martial arts stars and great fighting music and fighting sequences, the movie that you can support on Kickstarter. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about it as if we don't really know much about it. Let's just get into it here. Okay. Have you mentioned this on your channel before?
Yes, I have, but never on a full episode. I only had I think a couple of videos where I had like a little trailer, but I never explained the whole project, what we're exactly going to do. And yeah, that's the reason why I let you host my show so we can talk about it and explain to my audience what this movie project is about.
So you have a guy on that no one in your audience knows who he is to talk about. Well, this is great.
Okay. Well, before we get started, Jason Brand is a good friend of mine who has an amazing YouTube channel, which is also called Jason Brand, but also has his own show, which is So Bad It's Good.
Correct.
You quickly want to say something about your show in a few words?
My friends and I get drunk and watch the shittiest movies ever made.
Exactly.
That about sums it up.
And it's super entertaining. So when you're done watching this video and you supported us on Kickstarter, check out Jason's channel. It's hilarious and good fun. They grew incredibly fast over the past couple of months, so good quality show. So The Last Kumite. Yeah. What do you want to know, Jason?
I want to know what made you decide that you wanted to make a movie, having never made a movie before. And how did you come to the conclusion that I need to make an 80s style martial arts film? Okay, those are two very big leaps from a basketball YouTube guy.
It's insane. It's insane. I think no person in the right state of mind would actually try something like that. But hey, here I come.
You're just the man for the job.
Yeah, I'm just the man for the job. Well, the first thing is, obviously, basketball is the greatest passion of mine, but also another passion of mine were always 80s and 90s movies, and especially those martial arts movies like, such as Bloodsport, No Retreat, No Surrender, Kickboxer, King of the Kickboxers. And I love those movies, not only because I grew up with them, I even watched them until today, and I have such a huge passion for them. But obviously, for the past 20 to 30 years, we haven't seen those movies getting made anymore. And especially in the past couple of years, okay, I don't want to offend anybody, but I hardly see any new movies that I feel motivated to go to the cinema or to watch on television or on streaming services. I would love to see those old school action movies again. And I had a conversation with many former martial arts stars. And yeah, we basically came up together with the idea, okay, why don't we try to put it together such a movie? If Hollywood doesn't provide those movies, okay, we got to do it ourselves.
And by God, you're doing it. I mentioned this when we talked before on my channel, but when you first mentioned to me that you wanted to make a movie, I was like, okay, let me know how that goes. And then not that long after that, you were like, hey, this is happening. I've signed Cynthia Rothrock and Matthias Hues. And I'm like, wait, what? What's happening now? You're being serious? And you're pulling it off, man. It's wild.
Yeah, I remember when I sent you your flight tickets. I think that was the moment when you finally realized, like, oh, shoot, this is actually going to happen.
That is exactly what I think. I messaged you like, oh, this is real.
Yeah, it's getting real.
This is happening.
I mean, if you ask my friends, the one thing they would always tell you about me is I'm a person who gets stuff done. Like I talk the talk, but I also walk the. Do you say walk the walk, talk the talk? Is that how you say it?
Talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, but the thing is, you know, if you have a passion for something and you know that there are millions of people around the world who also have the same passion, I mean, what can motivate you more than potentially putting together a movie that people will love and enjoy and actually spend their time and hard-earned money on something that they really appreciate? And I know that there are so many fans that actually wait for this movie to be made, so that motivates me every single day, every single night.
It's pretty cool, man. And you've done a good job convincing people that this isn't just one of these movies that kind of makes fun of 80s and 90s martial arts movies that, you know, you can tell the creators enjoy it, but they're also poking fun at it. You're trying to make one of those movies.
Exactly. And the worst thing that can happen is that we fail, that we can't compete with the quality of those movies. But when you start something like that, you have two choices. The one is you let it go because you think you cannot do it. The consequence will be that nobody ever will see those type of movies again, or you give it a shot and you do your best. And yeah, I dedicate like 100% every hour of the day, every minute of the day. We have a great team together, including you, including many other guys who really have a lot of passion for these kind of movies. And the reason why we do this interview right now is just for you guys out there to see that this is a genuine and real attempt to make you guys happy with something that we all have an incredible passion for.
It's true. And I think one of the ways you've been able to show your passion for this is the cast you signed on, which is nuts. I mean, when you were telling me, everyone, I don't know, months and months ago now, I was like, man, this is, if I was casting a movie, a 90s, 80s martial arts movie, this is who I would have. It's pretty special.
Yeah, and I'm very, very grateful and thankful that almost everybody that I asked was on board right away. I mean, we have Cynthia Rothrock, we have Billy Blanks, we have Kurt Mckinney from No Retreat, No Surrender. We got Michel Mohamed Kissi, the guy who played Tong Po in Kickboxer. We got Abdel Kissi, his brother, who played the villain in Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme and The Quest with Jean-Claude Van Damme. We got Matthias Hues. We got many young fighters that are in the prime of their life right now with incredible fighting styles. We got Stan Bush, the man who sang the title song for Bloodsport and Kickboxer, who sings this title song for our movie. The song is amazing. You guys got to listen to it. It's called No Surrender. We got Paul Herzog. Yeah, it's amazing, man. We got Paul Herzog, the man who did the score for Bloodsport and Kickboxer. He already sent some songs. It sounds just like in the 80s. So the team that we have together is amazing. And to me, it's just like a now or never situation because nobody's getting younger. This is a project that we cannot start in 10 years. We got to do it now. We should have done it 10 years ago. So this is the last chance to pull it off.
You know what? I mean, while I agree that 10 years ago would have been awesome because a lot of these people would have been younger and they could have done more fighting and things, the technology now versus 10 years ago is also what's allowing you to do this. Did you have a YouTube channel 10 years ago?
No.
Couldn't have pulled it off, you know?
No, not at all.
So the timing is right. And in order to do this, that's why you started the Kickstarter campaign to raise the last of the money to help with the music. You want to be able to sign more people and really give this movie the attention that it needs and all the little details it needs to dial it in.
Yes, exactly. And I'm an open book, okay? I told you that before, Jason, and you know this already. Having a Kickstarter campaign is not fun at all. It puts a lot of pressure on me. It basically gets me to check every 10 minutes if we raise more money. It's a lot of pressure. It's a very, very unsatisfying situation. Like, I wish I could avoid having to run a Kickstarter campaign. But on the other hand, the one thing that I really like about it is it gets the fans involved, and it made me feel more like this is a team effort. Like all the fans and us, we work together in order to make this project come alive. So, yeah, on the other hand, it's probably the right thing to do. The one thing that I wanted to mention, though, is for those of you who never supported the Kickstarter campaign, the amazing thing about this is that if you support the Kickstarter campaign, you also get something in return. So we have autographs from the cast. We actually have signed posters with the autographs of Cynthia, Rothrock, and all the other stars of the movie. We have poster stands, the one that you see right here, 6 foot too high, and you can be an executive producer of the movie, getting listed on IMDb and also in the credits of the movie. You can be an associate producer, also get your credits there. You can even be in the movie as a fighter, not in the kumite, but in a tournament in the movie. Personal video messages from the stars, the soundtrack, the Blu-ray, everything. So we have so many amazing things that you can get in return. So this is your chance, guys.
Yeah, it's not just that you can help make this kind of movie that we've all been missing, which is, to me, is worth it already. But, it's easy for me to say I'm helping with the movie. But you actually get cool stuff back. Like there's some, getting private messages from some of these people is just amazing, and I would have never even thought that possible, until recently. So not even just is the movie going to be cool, but some of these rewards are really neat. That poster stand behind you, what is that, 6 feet you said?
Yes.
Is it one solid piece or is it like a poster that rolls up?
No, that's a roll up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm going to buy that one.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It really looks amazing. I mean, it looks like I'm putting it there promotion-wise, but I actually love that stand. And to get that signed with a golden or silver pen from the entire cast, I mean, that's amazing. That's like a real collector's item. And there are only 10 of them. So it's a limited edition.
Oh, I guess I should order mine now. I didn't realize there was only 10. I got to get mine in there. Shit.
Yeah, it's only 10.
Yeah, that thing's freaking cool.
Yeah, for those of you who are interested to support this, just so you understand the procedure behind it, the earlier you support, the better, because we also, on the other hand, have to invest in advertisement to promote the Kickstarter campaign. And obviously, the more money is missing in the Kickstarter campaign, the more money we got to spend for advertising. So you would help us a great deal the sooner you support, so we don't have to spend too much money on advertising. If you want to check it out, go on the lastkumitemovie.com. From there, you land on our Kickstarter campaign. I repeat, the lastkumitemovie.com.
All right, now I got to ask some of the questions that people have been asking me ever since
Yes, sure.
I announced I was going to be a part of this. Is Steven Seagal going to be a part of the movie?
Oh, God. Really?
The obvious answer to that is no. Steven Seagal sucks, and I don't think anyone involved would work with him even if we had the chance.
The thing is, I'm a very positive person, and I got to be honest. I loved his first movies, but I have a genuine problem supporting people who apparently are not good people. And with all the stuff that has been going on over the past 15 years, I would never invite him to be part of this movie, even though he's a big name and he has his audience, with all due respect, but no, not a chance.
I will say this, it would be funny to see who you would try to get to be his stunt double to do all his fight scenes for him. I'm always curious who that guy is and how much they have to pad him up. Because it always looks so bad.
If Chris Farley was still around, I would say he would have been a good one.
This is why you're the executive producer. That is thinking outside the box right there. People also ask, is Jean-Claude Van Damme going to be involved? And even though I have literally nothing to do with bringing in the stars, I imagine trying to pay him would be more than the budget of the entire movie.
Yes. The funny thing is, I actually met Van Damme a couple of months ago.
Really?
Yeah. But only for 2 minutes. Not even a minute. And I know that he has received the script. I know that because I know people who know him. But from what the thing is, Van Damme said a year ago that he doesn't want to do those fighting movies anymore. And even if he would be interested in the movie, I got to be honest, A, I don't think we could afford him. And B, the movie is not supposed to be Bloodsport. It should be a movie like Bloodsport, but it shouldn't be Bloodsport. Sure. And Van Damme would make it would make it a Bloodsport movie. And I don't want this one superstar that outshines everybody and everybody will say, oh, it's a Van Damme movie. I don't want that. Everybody should have their moment, their time to shine. And to me, it feels maybe in the second movie, but this right here, it feels more the right way to do without him.
Well said. I like that. And you're right. I mean, it already has Kumite in the title. Yeah. If you put him in the movie, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's Bloodsport 2.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. What about your favorite? You mentioned a couple of movies, but have you, let's say, okay, we all love Kickboxer. We all love Bloodsport. We all love, I mean, even bad 90s martial arts movies are still entertaining.
Yes.
Are there any recently along those veins that you've liked? Anything in the last 10 years? Can you even think of one?
Yeah, but not many actually. Actually, the only there's one franchise that I like and one other martial arts movie that I like. I like the Undisputed franchise with Scott Adkins.
Absolutely.
Even though they are something totally different than Bloodsport. Also from the whole way how they were shot and how they feel. They didn't rely on music and they were something totally different. I still like them and I take them from what they are. And there's a movie with Michael J. White called Blood and Bone, which I like. But that's it. Unfortunately, that's it. And we're talking about the past 20 years.
Yeah.
For a genre that I actually loved back in the days, to say that in the past 20 years there's only one franchise and one movie that I like, not enough, man.
Hence the Last Kumite.
Yes. Yes.
And people, of course, always ask, what about this actor? What about that actor? So, well, there's only so many roles. You know, there's only so much money, but I know you're always trying to bring in more people to the project. So who knows? But
yes,
we don't want to say specifics.
And we got to talk about another addition. We signed the son of Bolo Yeung, David Bolo Jr. Yeung.
That's amazing.
Who's also a martial artist and has an amazing body. I'm super happy that we got him involved. Very nice guy. Had a long talk with him. So this is amazing because he looks just like his father. It's crazy, man.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's super ripped. Super ripped.
Where does he live? Where are you flying him in from?
From LA.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Can you believe it? Bolo Jr. He's David Bolo Jr.
I love that.
That's all you got to know, man.
That's the kind of stuff that gets me so excited for this. Just even some of the people you signed that aren't names yet, but that you're trying to get out there for everybody to see. Hey, they have some talent. I think people are going to be really surprised with some of that stuff.
Yeah, the young fighters that we have are amazing. And the one thing that I can promise you guys is that this movie is really a passion project. So we're not in it for the money. I said it in another interview already. There's more money leaving my pocket than actually moving into my pocket. But I just want to make an amazing movie. I want to make people happy. I know if there was somebody else who would be in my position and say, hey, Sean, give me some money. I make an amazing movie for you. I would gladly give him the money and say, hey, I don't have to do the work. Wonderful. But so we end up having this project now, and we will do our best to make people happy. I can promise that.
Well, you're making me happy just by being involved with it. So that's one.
Yeah, man.
So we got more coming. And you're exactly right. I without saying roughly what the budget of the movie is, it's a lot of people are working for very cheap or nothing to make this happen. And it is a passion project through and through. And I think that's going to come through on the screen.
You know how much money I earned for the past 16 months working on this project?
I'm guessing it's negative.
Yeah, but I never thought about it. I really don't care. I even and this is 100% the truth. The guys that work here with me, we all said, okay, we all know we're probably not going to make any money with this, but we don't care. We just want to make this movie amazing.
Well, I'm pumped, man. I'm really pumped. I can't wait to get on set with some of these people and see what they're capable of. It's going to be super exciting. Or it is super exciting, but it's going to be crazy when we start shooting. I'm very pumped for this, dude.
Awesome. So since this is your show, can I repeat the Kickstarter website one more time before I go?
You know what? Not only will I allow you to do that, I will let you sign off, even though this is my show.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
You're an okay guy, so go ahead and do it.
Thank you. So first of all, guys, check out www.thelastkumitemovie.com. Please support this movie. We need you guys. Believe me, we're 100% in it with our hearts. We do this for you. We do this for us. We do this for all the old school martial arts movie. Don't wait. Do it right now. And thank you very much for watching this show. Thank you, Jason Brandt, for being the host of my show. I really appreciate it. Check out Jason Brandt on YouTube. And I will say, you guys, see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.